Hey guys, wanted to make another video. So my car started showing this about a week ago and started doing my own little research online. People are saying that it could be the coolant level sensor inside the actual coolant tank, and other people are saying that replacing it will just a sensor might not fix your issue. So the best thing to do is to simply replace the coolant tank. So today I will be showing you how to do that. Alright, so this is what I'll be doing. That's the coolant reservoir. Alright, so pull this thing off with pliers. This comes out. I just put it right there to the side like that. I looked into it, nothing was leaking. You can press this with pliers like this from get that one off. This one I pull this tab and then push the other one out, and then kind of lift it out, wiggle it a little bit, and just unhook it right there. The next step I had to do was on the bottom. You see that connector right there, and the wire is right over here. It's very simple to disconnect it. You just press right here, so this thing sits upside down like that. You press it from the bottom and it just pulls right out. And now to put it back in after, you also have to press it, slide it, and then release it, and it just holds it in place like that. Second, I will be unplugging the hose next. Okay, I raised the tank a little bit. I will put the cap back on, as most of my coolant is already drained, and I want to make vacuum inside the coolant when I will disconnect the bottom piece. Now, the way I got the coolant out is I siphoned it, got my jar of coolant, got a piece of tube here, and just very carefully made sure that this was lower than the coolant up there, and then just slowly kind of like pulled once with my mouth, and then the thing just started coming quite fast, and it kind of drained most of it out. Just a little bit left in the bottom, which is cool. Now I'll use the pliers. I'll undo that clamp there, and then hopefully just slide the hose off, and I'm sure some is gonna spill. Okay, as soon as you disconnect the tube from the bottom, it just starts pouring out, not only from the tank but also from the hose. Why? Because inside the intercooler in the middle part here, there is coolant, and that hose is lower than the coolant, so it just starts coming right out. So I held my finger in there. My new tank, which is already here, was close enough for me to reach it with my finger still holding the hole closed. I reached inside, I got the new one. Now to plug it in, to connect the new one, this is the best way. This was the easiest way, was you lift it up. So let me make it a little brighter. Actually, maybe turn my flash on. So lifted it from here, reached my hand from the back, and wiggle it into place from like that. Now I'll use the pliers to push the ring to the end. So the clamp is back on. Now plug in this connector. Like I said, you press it. Okay, that's there. Now that one's aligned. That one's aligned. Now I'll add the coolant, and we'll give it start it up and see what happens. All right. Don't forget to plug in this thing. I did run out a little bit of coolant, so I had some from before. It's a little on the low side, but think we'll be fine. So let's go start the car and see what happens. Get my keys. No more light.